If your heart is heavy today, if you are carrying the ache of a heartbreak that feels too big to hold, this message is for you. Because what if I told you that this heartbreak, this loss, is not the end of you? What if I told you it's the very beginning of something new, something necessary? Let's talk about why heartbreak, as painful as it is, often becomes the turning point of our greatest personal growth. We often confuse pain with suffering. Pain is natural, okay? It's part of being alive, but suffering is resistance. It's when we try to pretend we are okay when we are not. It's when we refuse to let go even when holding on hurts. Like heartbreak rips the illusion away. It breaks our resistance down. It says, feel this, look at it, don't run anymore. And from that breaking point, we learn we can survive what we were most afraid of. Like we think we are chasing love or happiness, but often we are just chasing the familiar. Like we stay in relationships that feel like home, even if that home wasn't safe. We stay where we don't thrive because it's what we know. Like heartbreak exposes that pattern. It forces us out of that familiar space. And even though it hurts like hell, it pushes us towards something healthier and something real. Like we try to change people. Like we try to control outcomes. We try to fix the relationship, thinking it will fix our loneliness. But the truth is, nothing outside you will ever give you lasting peace until you learn how to make peace inside. Heartbreak brings us back to the mirror. It says, the change you are looking for is within you. And when we finally listen, we begin the real healing. Like, you ever look back and realize something had to fall apart so that something better could be built in its place? Like heartbreak feels like a breakdown because it is, but it's also a breakthrough. It's your subconscious, your soul, your deepest knowing saying this wasn't right for you and you knew it. Sometimes we don't live until it breaks. Sometimes we don't grow until we have no other choice. And that's okay. That's still growth. Like you can't fully understand joy unless you have felt sorrow. Okay, you can't appreciate peace until you have known chaos. That's the duality of being human. Heartbreak takes us into the dark, but it's only so we can recognize light when it finally comes. It builds your capacity. It deepens your empathy. It makes your future joy even more meaningful because you earned it. Like heartbreak is the alarm clock of your soul. It's your life yelling, this hurts, pay attention. But how many times do we snooze? How many times do we justify the red flags, silence our intuition, betray ourselves to keep someone else? Pain is trying to help you. Like when you finally listen, you stop creating more of it and you begin to live a life where peace is the default, not the exception. The first time love feels wrong, you get a whisper. The next time, it's a nudge. But if you ignore your inner truth long enough, the universe screams. Like that final heartbreak, the one that shatters you, it's not just about that one person. It's about every time you abandoned yourself. It's every pattern, every moment you stayed when you should have walked away. Heartbreak breaks the cycle. And in that rubble, you get to choose differently. So if you're in it right now, if your heart is cracked wide open, please don't rush to close it. Because in that space of pain, there's room to rebuild, to come home to yourself, to write the next chapter from a place of self-love and truth. This heartbreak is not the end of you, it's your beginning. You are not broken, you are becoming. And this was the message of today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And that's it. I see you in the next video. Bye.